College campus. Once again, I hope you've all read this passage. I hope you've all gone through the whole context. A bunch of things that are important here. You're given numbers here. What proportion are children? What proportion are old people? That matters. How many cars and bikes are there as a proportion of the people in there? That matters. The words and context matter here. It found it inappropriate to construct parking lot from the students' fee, even though they may not complain about it, but only those with vehicles may not complain about it. Every statement here is loaded. They added to the pollution and made residents less responsible. Overspeeding was menacing. It's not a small concern, it was menacing. And so the words and context, the adjectives matter. So keep all of these in mind when you're reading. You should pick up that. You should say, look, why are they giving? There are some children, some working age people, some old people. No, they've given you numbers. So now you can know what proportion is affected, and they're not affected merely. They've been menacing to them. And so keep those facts in mind when you're reading passages like this. Now let's go to the questions. Which of the following actions would be best to satisfy all the stakeholders within the campus? Levy extra fee on students to construct additional parking lots. Students should pay for upkeep of the campus. They collect money, students pay, but there will end up being more vehicles. This will increase the menacing problem, which affects 300 people, 200 children, 100 over 65. And so that's a serious threat. You're basically not paying enough attention to that large constituent of people. 300 people get affected by this, right? And people with vehicles might not complain, but you're not going to levy on all students. So that's also a mild violation there. We don't like this. Let all vehicles be parked in a college managed space outside the campus, while two battery operated vehicles, lovely. So the pollution problem is taken care of. College managed space, so not additional money, handle exigencies inside the campus, an option available. And the only issue here, this seems to tick boxes, we'll have only 2 vehicles inside the campus. Outside the campus, if you want to go, you'll always have your vehicle. You can pick up your motorbike or your car at the end of the campus, at the gate. Whereas inside there are only 2 vehicles, so this could create inconveniences for a lot of people. So that's something that we worry about this, but this should keep everybody happy. You're not increasing charges, you're not charging extra parking lot, you're not building extra so that more vehicles can come in. The children and adults old people will be happy. This works. Bring all stakeholders to the discussion. This is the plain vanilla. Get a big basket, big umbrella, get everybody under the table. Fine. This is usually a preferred option. You like the collaborative, listen to stakeholders option. But here, there are 200 children, 100 old people, students, faculty members, students with vehicles, students without vehicles, faculty members with vehicles, without vehicles, the college administration and their investors, because you want to collect money or take that decision. There are just too many stakeholders to bring under one umbrella. It's a very bland choice, and just like a big bazooka answer choice, which we hate, which is not giving enough detail. In some cases, this kind of choice works. In this case, it doesn't work. It's like saying somebody says, I'm completely on board with my XAT preparation. I like business decision making. I do pretty well in that, and I'm actually good at data interpretation. I'm good at verbal, but in quant, in geometry, circles, I'm not really comfortable. And then you tell them, look, the best way for your solution is to prepare hard, study well, and do it. It's like a big bazooka solution. So bring all stakeholders to the discussion table. Can apply for anything. India and Pakistan are not happy with each other. Bring them under the table. When the North Korea and US are not happy, bring them to the discussion table. Right? So, but that doesn't work as an answer choice because it doesn't give enough detail. So if nothing else is good and you want to go for the bland, big umbrella blanket choice, go for it. But now choice 2 works for us. Right? To reduce carbon footprints, only pooled vehicles should be allowed to operate inside the campus. So the only pooled vehicles is good, like that. So there's the number of vehicles could come down. That is important. People could operate and walk about better. But how would you pool vehicles? That creates an extra problem of how this would happen. And this might not immediately work out. There's no way of monitoring whether vehicles are pooled. More than anything, choice 2 scores over choice 3 on almost all grounds. So we would choice 4. So this won't work. Charge significant fee from any vehicle entering or leaving campus. Good. the carbon problem gets get taken care of because the number of vehicles would reduce, revenues would come in, that we like, and the older and younger people, they'll all be happy. Kids will be happy because the number of vehicles will probably go down. We're charging a fee for people. It's not going to go down well with everybody who has a vehicle. There are 400 cars and 500 bikes. So give or take 900 constituents are going to be very peeved at the charge of a significant fee. Numbers, that word is critical. They won't agree. We say, look, entering a campus or leaving a campus, you have to pay 100 rupees. They'll say, to do my day-to-day life, I have to enter and leave campus 5 times a day. Why would I pay so much amount for just carrying on with my life? So that's an issue. The choice 2 it is. Let's look at this one. It's very similar to the previous question. Best option to increase revenue and decrease carbon footprint. So we have twin objectives here. So we might have choices that totally do this but sacrifice this, or the other way around, we don't like them. Even if you have an iffy choice, it has to achieve both objectives. So remember that. Make substantial collection from vehicles entering or leaving campus and construct a parking lot outside the campus. This might work. Substantial collection, therefore revenues come in. If it is because it is substantial, number of vehicles will go down, so carbon footprint comes down. So it might not be a pleasing solution, but it achieves both our objective. Levy extra fee on the students and build extra parking lots inside the campus. You put students under the scanner, build parking lots. Revenue, yes. Carbon footprint ain't happening. You build extra parking lots, people have more vehicles. That fee is collected elsewhere. Once I paid that amount, having a vehicle is the best thing to do. Even people who don't have cars and bikes might end up buying because parking is now freely available. Bring all stakeholders to the table and let them build consensus. Not in this context. Usually a lovely choice, but not in this context. To reduce the carbon footprint, only pool vehicles. This reduces carbon footprint, but what happens to the revenue? Nothing. Therefore, we don't like that choice. Let all vehicles be parked in university managed space outside the campus, while battery operated vehicles parked at the 2 gates can be used inside the campus. This is what a great many college campuses actually do. This is a good, interesting choice, but your revenue objective goes for a toss. It's university managed space. It probably increases your cost, forget increasing revenue. In the end, it becomes an easy question because answer choice 1 works. Make collection substantial, construct a parking lot outside the campus. Revenue will come in, and because the charge is substantial, usage will reduce. Therefore, you achieve twin objectives. Remember, just a quick recap of the do's and don'ts which we usually have. Prefer the direct, honest, transparent options. Stay away from the sly, partial truth options. Proactive works, do nothing does not work. Morally, ethically defensible, not this vague grey area thing. Collaborative, consultative approach. I know I've rubbished this approach in the last 2 questions, but generally that works. Not the unilateral approach. Listen to sides, don't assume guilt. Be polite and courteous, don't be confrontational. This point, take all stakeholders into account. Don't ignore key constituents. What do I mean by that? Don't ignore the 300 people who are right now being menaced. Don't ignore the 900 people who have vehicles. Don't say from now on you can work only with pooled vehicles, or from now on you have to pay a substantial fee for everything. And so don't ignore key constituents, especially when you have a sizable key constituent.